Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing something kind of special to me. We are going to be going over the Japan haul, as the title suggested. And I got a lot of stuff when I was over there. It was such an amazing time. I got to spend 10 days there, 3 of which were for Star Wars Celebration, but the other 7 we spent exploring Tokyo. Today we're going to be looking at the items I got while in Japan. Let's start with our boy Tepig here. Now, many people will not agree with what I'm about to say, and that's fine. It is okay to be wrong, but Tepig is by far my favorite starting Pokemon ever. Now, we're not going to talk about what happens when he evolves, but Pokemon, I believe Gen 5, White and Black got something so right about the cuteness of the starters. Don't get me wrong, I love my Fuecocos, I love my Score Bunnies, but something about Tepig. And you also had, Snivy and Oshawott as the others? How are you beating that? From a cuteness perspective, don't get me wrong. But this I got at the Pokemon Center purely because I did not want to go there twice and not get anything. I thought really hard about, should I get a Fuecoco? I had just finished Pokemon Scarlet, but it had that little flap before the flame that just turned me away from it because that flap bends and it never returns to form. And over at the Pokemon Go Lab, I got our boy Mew. Fix his little hair right there. Fix his little hair. Mew is one of my favorite legendaries out there, bar none. And the reason for that is because of the movie, the very first Pokemon movie, where Mew and Mewtwo go at it. That's where I really fell in love with both Mew and Mewtwo. And then Ash freaking dies, and then he's brought back to life by the love and the tears of the Pokemon. What? That was such an amazing movie. I will stand on that business all day long. Next up, we got something I won from one of the machines. That is a Dragon Ball cup, and this is when Master Roshi is absolutely whipping it with Goku just flying out the back. I don't exactly remember this scene myself, but hey, I've only watched it once. It's really cool. The gacha system is how I got this. At a store I was just passing by, and I ended up getting, I believe, a tier 2 prize marker, and they let me, or it was tier 3, and they let me pick from a shelf of tier 3s, which was really fun because it had at least one Dragon Ball item. That is always the goal. Speaking of stores that you just passed by, I got this at a big camera in Shibuya. And if you've ever been to Japan, You know big camera. Because they're always playing that Biku camera. That thing? Yeah, if you haven't been, that's just a little taste. But it low key is like, it's a banger. But this is a Tom and Jerry brawls. So basically, there's a little figure there that you don't know. It could be any one of these. And they're all pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. Clearly, I've opened it. Unlike the figures, I did not have the patience for this one because I absolutely love Tom and Jerry. Next up, I got Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Can I play it? Can I watch it? Can I understand the language? No. But how cool does that look right there? It was very cheap. It was at a store called Book Off that I will be talking about ad nauseum in a certain point because I also got Revenge of the Sith there, which is episode 1, 2, 3. And it's pretty cool on the back as well. Now they're region coded, so what that means is I am boned without a region-free disc player, but there's a way. Next up, we've got... Were you able to guess? That's right. I got Detective Conan. This is volume 2, and in the back here, it was very hard to find volume 1, but when I was in the Pokemon Center, I did pass a store that had volume 1 of Detective Conan. I'm gonna be real, this might say case closed. I may have just did that for no reason, but looking into this, I'm not even gonna cap, we have a third Detective Conan. You did not expect that. Volume 3 Detective Conan. And they're in a language I don't understand, but the love I have for Detective Conan is all the same. Just opening up to a random page in volume 3, we've got a lot of quite the tricky conundrum. You can already see there's a mystery coming together here. Cannot read a lick of it, but that does not mean I will not try. I did not buy these to not attempt to learn the language. And in that same vein, we've got Fairy Tale. Got volume 4 here, volume 3, and volume 2. These are books that I didn't find volume 1 for, but I do have the English volume 1 compendium, collection, what are we calling it? Somewhere in there, compilation. I fell in love with this, just the idea of learning the language through manga, because you'd always see, no matter what the age, you'd see people reading some sort of manga, playing some sort of game on the train. And usually the manga was digital, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time it was, in fact. But that didn't stop me. Next, in the same vein, almost, we have got a Detective Conan puzzle. I found this near a JoJo's Bizarre Adventures pop-up store, the third one to be exact. And, I was feeling so in a Detective Conan mood that I ended up needing to get this one. I wanted just one of them. They had a couple, and this is actually 1,053 pieces. Not the 1,000 we're used to, but nonetheless, it is very welcome. Moving on, we've got a card carrying case with Pokemon cards and Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I had to find something to bring these Joy-Cons home without them getting ruined, because my Switch already had Joy-Cons. But these were very good price, so I ended up getting them, but I couldn't figure out how. And I stumbled upon this around a random big camera about a mile from the Star Wars Celebration Conventions Center, the Makuhari Messe Convention Center, about a mile down the road. Found a big camera, found this, was like, it's 200 yen, which for USD that's about $1.50. I was like, this might actually work. It worked like a freaking charm. My Joy-Cons got home safe and sound. Still got clicking. And the home and snapshot button as well. We got the blue, we got the neon yellow, which I had to return one. I got a set of 2 neon yellow, had to return it. Was not a pretty sight. I don't like to return things when I know the language, especially in person, so it was not a fun to return in a language I didn't fully get. But we got there. I really appreciate the girl working there. She tried her best to speak English. I tried my best to speak as much Japanese as I picked up at that point. But we also got pink and green. Green like the background. And actually, you can't see it off camera, but pink like the side that you only see in my anime reviews. And if you haven't seen those yet, spoiler alert, they're pretty good. And there's 2 colors in the background. Be like a gamer in movies where it's just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And it's like you're riding a roller coaster in movies when you're playing video games. It's hilarious. At least us gamers, I'm sure the general population is like, oh, okay, they're playing a video game. But if they played like normal, it'd be like, what are they doing? I mean, there's a controller, but what's it do? Now we get to Pokemon cards. And these are all in Japanese. Here is the back. They're actually friggin' sweet, as Peter Griffin would say. And we're going to try to name everyone. First up, we got a Timber. Next up, it starts with a D. I can already say that I'm skipping that one. I believe C dot. And here we have a pretty cool card that I cannot tell what it is, but it's nice and shiny. I would love to open more card packs for the channel with the new setup and everything, but first we gotta get over this weird hump where everybody's just reselling and scalping Pokemon tickets. We've got this one. This is already going fantastically. Sandygast, I believe. Or maybe that's his evolution. Grookey. My friend loves this evolution set. I believe Rotom. What am I saying? This is dang, I just played Scarlet too. I'm gonna be real, I'm not getting that one. Oh, it does evolve from a Snow Grunt. I have got this in Scarlet, but it was endgame I was going back for, just a random assortment of Pokemon. Got Duckling, I believe. Cute little guy. Now we've got a couple more here. Tentacool, I believe. This is the grass type, though. I know it has another name. We got Houndoom. We got Broski. Yeah. And finally, we've got a magic keyring set, which once again, just play the game, so that's on me. And the last card here is this guy. This is pretty much how I was opening the actual pack. I'm like, oh, cool. But I didn't want to go home with just the Tepig at that main Pokemon Center, so I ended up getting, I believe, a pack or two of Pokemon cards, maybe 3. We have one final category, but it is the category I went nuts with, I'm going to be honest. Switch games. With the Nintendo Switch 2 coming up, I knew I had to build up my library a little bit. I believe this is a base version of Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I love Persona 5. I think that's been made well aware on this channel. So Shin Megami Tensei is literally like the parent company. We got Daemon X Machina, which I just know is very, very popular in Japan. That's honestly why I got it. They're cooking with something, I know it, so I'm gonna give it a try. We got Tears of the Kingdom. And if you're wondering, why did you get all these in Japanese? You can't even speak it. You're fumbling through Detective Conan, just the logo. And it's actually because once you put these into your system, it loads up an English version. Not all games have that, but a good amount do. And also, I really, really love the artwork on the Japanese ones so much more. You may be saying the artwork's the same here, but it's the language. It's the language. It's so nice. It's so, peaceful. We've got Pokemon Snap, which, again, bought in a big camera. However, Pokemon Detective Pikachu Returns. I don't even know what I said the first time, but it's like $60 here. But dude, it's so cool. I got it for 980 yen. Less than 1,000 yen is insane. Which 980 roughly would, at the time, convert to $6, maybe $7, somewhere in there. For a full, I understand it's not a great game, but $6-7 for Pokemon? Come on. This next one I actually have started playing and really fell in love with gaming. It's Luigi Luigi_S Mansion 2. It's a 2 HD. And Seriously, look at the back of this. It's so cool. Oh man, the game is so much fun. Once again, secondhand stores is where it's at there for Switch games. Not every big camera, not every other store, secondhand store, is going to have the same prices. So if you do go, be aware of that. Because I believe I never saw Detective Pikachu for that price again. Here we got The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Many of these games I haven't gotten the privilege, the pleasure to play yet. But I'm so glad I got them for a cheaper price there, because when I got back here, I saw the prices of these things, and I was like, dang, what the heck, what the hey is going on here? But here we have Nier Automata. I didn't really get a deal with this, but I did get the Japanese version, so ha ha ha, I win, kind of. Not a game. Nier Automata is just a really fun game. Here we got Super Mario Jamboree. Sitting on the trains or standing on the trains, getting to see just a little bit of gameplay of Jamboree was very cool. I really enjoyed it. It gave me something to do other than flex my abs trying to stand up. And if you don't know the Japan train trick, I learned it day one. But basically you stand firm, feet shoulder width apart if you can, there's not always space. And hold on to a bar if you can. Pretty much you're planting yourself like a tree in that sense. Here's one I'm excited to start playing. Super Mario Odyssey. And I got the Japanese back, the Japanese front. I have heard so many good things about this game. I really hope that it's as good as people say. In that same vein, I got Mario and Luigi RPG Brothership, which is one of the newer games that came out for Mario and Luigi. Apparently people don't like it. I will reserve that judgment for myself. I paid like 1,200 yen because people hated it, but not really. They just say it's pretty mediocre for a Mario game, which tells me I'm probably gonna enjoy it because I just like me some Mario every once in a while. We got here Pokemon Shield with Samazenta in the Japanese background. I had just bought this game before I left. I bought it for the trip, and then I got it for a cheaper price there. And honestly, I was just like, what's the point of keeping the more expensive version when this case is cooler and it was cheaper? And it's honestly cool to see the game cartridges just because they're in a different language. We got a similar vein here. We do have a sticker now, so we're going to take that off. Maybe. We're almost there. That is for Super Mario RPG. Again, got it second hand. All of these games do work. I had a little bit of trouble with Jamboree and Luigi's Mansion 2, but when I blew on the cartridge, it fixed itself immediately. Blew my mind. I have not done that for any game since like Wii era and GameCube era, back when we had the little disc cleaners that you would like manually rotate. Yeah, have you seen those things recently? They're automatic now. They're also like $600. So start a business maybe. Next we got Persona 5 Tactica. We know how I feel about Persona 5. Then we got Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne Remake. I like Atlas. I like what they do. For me, they're kind of like CD Projekt Red, purely because they put the full game on the dang cartridges. Dude, the Switch has like 6 gigabytes of storage. Almost not even joking, it has 32 gigabytes. I have the original version of internal memory. I can't be having my games all need downloads. 32 gigabytes is like 4, 5, maybe 6 if you're lucky, mainstream first party Nintendo games. That's why we'll be getting Cyberpunk. And finally, we got Dragon Quest Treasure. I've played Dragon Quest Builders 2 a little bit, and I did really enjoy my time with it. I haven't played it all the way through. I've actually barely played past like the prelude, but it was so much fun. I'm trying to get it on Switch. It's one of those games that feels like handheld is the way to go for the game. And while this is not all of the Japan haul, this is the end of this video, because in the next video I'll be showing you the Star Wars Celebration haul, starting with the Star Wars Celebration hat. But that's for a more civilized age. So I'll see you in the next video.